And hello, scholars of room 502. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Get out your text for close reading. Remember, if you don't have one, please ask your parents to shoot me off a text or a phone call or an email and let me know, and I'll try to get one out to you, okay? So, what we're doing today is, remember, the past few days we identified on Friday and Monday, we identified the key events in part 2 of this story. So let's just review the key events one more time. Lad and the mistress are knocked out of the canoe when it overturns. That was the first event. Then Lad rescues the mistress by dragging her to shore. The mistress gets pneumonia. The doctor visits and recommends that all the dogs be sent away so the house will be quiet. And the master says Lad can stay because he'll be quiet if asked. So those were the key events of part 2 of our story, Quiet. And remember, this is a third-person narrative because kind of third person, but concentrating on Lad, what Lad thinks, and what Lad is feeling, all right? So it's a little different from the third-person narrative of Waiting for Stormy, because that narrator would go inside the heads of both Paul and Maureen, as you may recall. So let's write a quick summary. And you could write it right here. I'm going to write it on a big piece of paper so you can see easier. And our first thing we're going to write is Lad and the mistress go out on the lake and their canoe overturns. Remember, it turns turtle? Never heard that phrase before. So Lad and the mistress go out on the lake and their canoe overturns. Lad rescues the mistress by dragging her to shore. And you can always pause this if I'm going along too fast. Later, the mistress becomes sick with pneumonia. A doctor comes and, big word, recommends. So a doctor comes and recommends that all the dogs be sent away. It's a long summary. So they will not make noise. Remember when Princess Yvonne read that part yesterday? And disturb the mistress. Let's read what we have so far. Lad and the mistress go out on the lake and their canoe overturns. Lad rescues the mistress by dragging her to shore. Later, the mistress becomes sick with pneumonia. A doctor comes and recommends that all the dogs be sent away so they will not make noise and disturb the mistress. Do we remember what happens next? The next key event? I bet we do. That's what Math Mutt read yesterday. The master agrees. That's an E. But says Lad will stay with them because he will remain, and the title of our excerpt, Quiet. It's kind of funny that they chose that to be the title of the excerpt, but I guess it just shows what a good dog he is. So let's review our summary of part 2 of Quiet. Lad and the mistress go out on the lake, and their canoe overturns. Lad rescues the mistress by dragging her to shore. Later, the mistress becomes sick with pneumonia. A doctor comes and recommends that all the dogs be sent away so they will not make noise and disturb the mistress because she needs her rest. The master agrees but says Lad will stay with him because he will remain quiet. And that is our summary of part 2 of, I gotta check this title again because it's so long. Quiet, an excerpt from Lad, a Dog, a classic story of a courageous collie. So we are pretty much done reading this. We're going to go back a little bit and look at some of the figurative language and make sure in preparation for that, watch the Bazillions video on similes and metaphors. All right, thank you so much.